Yeah, it's Joe, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out part 1 of episode 5, or this will be my part 1 reaction to episode 5, because it's a long one, as always, called The Open Road. I'm excited to get in there. Before I do, I just want to give a little shout out, a little thank you to Kelly, who in my last reaction to episode 4 gave me some pointers about how the leveling up system works, because I was asking a couple of questions in my reactions. So thank you, Kelly. And for anyone else who adds comments, I might shout you out in the next one, but thank you, Kelly. Anyways, let's get into this bad boy and let's see what we got.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. Some of us are mentally lagging a little, but that's okay.
I feel like all of you are in your own special way.
But welcome, guys. Before we jump into tonight's session, we're gonna go ahead and do some quick announcements. First and foremost, thank you to our returning sponsor and partner at the start of this campaign, and for this foreseeable amorphous future of which they wish to come along with us in this journey. D&D Beyond. They've been awesome, and I actually just learned today of a really helpful functionality that I probably should know about, where you can create your own campaign in there and then send out a link to all of your players, and their characters get added to your campaign. So now I have access to all of your character sheets at all times, which was alleviates me having to text all you all, what's your maximum hit points now, and all that shit.
Did
Nice.
you just have them?
What,
Or do we need to send you our character?
Well, no, I sent out the link earlier today, and you were one of the only ones who hasn't responded
then
yet.
you're
But
in.
you will later.
Good
That's okay.
job,
Yeah.
Laura.
That's okay.
I was recording.
That's okay. So were we.
I was recording.
I didn't look at my phone.
It's all good. But yes, anyway.
All of you guys were texting in your sessions.
Yeah,
This is
that's
true.
right.
Yo, does Taliesin have a Dare shirt on? What? Is it 2001? It's kind of fire. He coming out with that vintage attire. I mess with it.
That's correct.
Yeah.
We're that good.
Which, by the way, it's sad that 2000s, early 2000s wear could probably be considered vintage at this point. You hate to see it. All right, anyways.
So, Sam, do you have a few
Yes.
words you wanted to say about our
I do.
sponsor?
Here, give this to Matt. He'll need it.
Oh, no.
Our partner this week is once again D&D Beyond. That's dndbeyond.com. And the big news is that D&D's newest book, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, is available for pre-order now on the site. If you pre-order, you'll get exclusive.
Tell you what,
character
good thing
portrait
Sam
frames,
said it,
sheet
'cause I wouldn't
backdrops,
have
and
known
themed
how to
colors
pronounce
use
that
with
one
upcoming
at
character
all.
Sheet updates. I don't know what that means, but it sounds awesome. And the $10 off code, Beginnings, can be applied to this order. To your pre-order.
Oh.
To celebrate, I'm going to personally be giving away one copy of this book to either Travis, Liam, or Marisha. But they have to compete for it. Here's the rules.
Nice.
I'm going to give you a race, class, and character description, just like that you can do on D&D Beyond, and all you guys have to do is come up with the name of that character. Laura, Taliesin, and Matt will be the judges.
Oh, so these. Okay.
Nice.
So
Set of 3 wins. All right. So
Now
you
we
just have to
choose.
come up with a name for this character. Ready? A male stout halfling swamp druid who only wears a diaper made out of kelp and loves to wild shape into manatees.
What?
Liam, what is the name of that character?
Twill Pillikins.
Okay. Marisha, what is the name of that
That was quick.
Squall Squat Block.
Okay. Ooh, okay, these are.
Merkin Dullbringer.
Ooh, I like all those.
Judges, who wins? Oh, Travis. Easy win for
Merkin
Travis.
into a swamp druid was too
It was
easy.
you, Liam, until he brought out the Merkin.
Remember, these characters
What's
can only be
Merkin?
made on D&D Beyond. The next
What
one
am
is
I
a
missing?
male tabaxi bard with an electric guitar who constantly plays K-pop songs and has a runny nose. What is his name?
Oh.
Liam O'Brien.
Bathtub Stealth Cat.
Marisha Ray. Oh, yeah. Sorry, 3 names.
Oh, I thought he was.
Molly Squawk, the J-pop. Hot
yeah, okay.
Hubert Pimple Pop.
Ooh, judges.
Ooh,
Judges.
the alliteration.
Oh.
Gotta break the tie with Travis.
I'm purchasable.
All right, one more. We'll give this one. This is worth 2 points. A female Kenku paladin with no arms or
What is a Kenku Paladin? What are these names? With no arms or legs. All right.
legs.
What's a Kenku?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay,
Oh,
I
bird.
know.
Got it.
Shut up.
Who
I'm with
worships
you,
the
Laura.
lobster-headed god Blipdulpulp
Yes.
and is a real god,
Yeah,
and
it
is
is.
dragged around by a pack of reindeer. Liam,
Aw.
what is the name of that character?
Dagon Henry Kissinger.
Damn, they're quick.
Madame Mannequin Badis.
Ooh, that's good.
Travis?
Very good. Phil McCracken.
Judges.
Phil McCracken, I see what you. You're nasty. I see what you did there.
Ooh, that's good.
Travis?
Very good. Phil McCracken.
Judges. Liam.
I'm gonna have to go with Travis.
Marisha.
Really?
Liam gets 2 points. Travis gets 2 points. Marisha wins!
I don't want with Travis on that one, if I'm being honest. I was with you, Travi.
Personally buy you one of those books, Marisha.
There you go.
Hold me to it. D&D Beyond, everyone. Make your character today.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Good
very
job, good
much.
job.
That was good.
That got weird.
It isn't always though.
That was close. I'm not gonna count it.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
This is the one Sam gave me, so we'll
It's so
see.
big.
Alrighty,
know
so
that's
finishing up from that, we have Talks Machina next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific here on Twitch and Project Alpha to discuss tonight's episode of Critical Role. Wow. Hosted by our fantastic Brian W. Foster. So check that out on Tuesday next week. We have a new show called Weave coming up. Marisha, do you want to explain this a little bit?
We're one episode in.
One
Yeah,
episode?
it wanna.
Oh, that's right. That launched this week.
Yeah, it happened. Not last night.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
happens
last night.
after Wednesday Club, but it's being GM'd by Amy Dallin, and it's kind of like a interactive storytelling RPG game.
That's cool.
But then it's got all the ladies of Geek and Sundry, so check it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
It's a
good.
dope
It's
jacket,
good.
by the way.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Jealous.
Okay. We'll get you one. Same size.
Hmm.
Last week's episode of Critical Role is available in podcast form, wherever you can find greatest podcasts to download. So if you have friends who are listening to the audio, they can do so now and be caught up with you until after tonight.
Sweet, sweet.
Also, comic book issue 4 of Critical Role Vox Machina Origins is available for digital download anywhere where you can find digital comics for the most part, Comixology, the Dark Horse app, and other great places.
He's so good. Macy's in there killing things.
I know.
Yay, me too.
Oh,
We've got a new one creeping up on the horizon.
I've read the whole thing. I've seen the pictures.
I haven't seen you're supposed to look at the art today. I can't wait. Okay, so anyway, enough of that. Let's see, and of course, our fantastic 826 LA and the 826 group that does fantastic after-school programs for kids to get in creative writing. Check it out if you haven't already, and if you can't, give to help out with this charity. You can donate your time as well to help teach some of these kids and help expand their imaginations. So check it out. They're awesome people, and we continue to support and push them forward.
Sweet, sweet.
And any new appearances you want to announce, or just keep rinse and repeat the ones? If you want to know what conventions we're going to be at in the near future, watch last week's episode.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just gets monotonous for us. Anyway,
Of course.
any other announcements that I've missed?
Apparently my breath stinks, so if anyone has any gum, I'll take it.
I don't have any,
Is that
but I
internet?
wish.
Send
I
your
really
gum
wish.
to Geek and Sundry.
Don't send your gum. No, don't send your gum.
Yeah, send your gum. Send your already chewed gum.
Send your gum.
I have something. The Shadow of War expansion pack.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The Blade of Galadriel came out, and you
Yeah.
can play and be me.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
get it
Just
and
you, Laura
play.
Bailey?
Laura Bailey.
Yeah, basically it's just me
Alone.
running around Mordor.
Some dope sabers.
Yeah,
Got ring of power and shit.
yeah, yeah.
pretty
so
rad.
That's
check it
cool.
out.
Check it out.
Ring of power?
Shut up. What?
What?
No. What?
What's going on?
And on that note, let's go ahead and dive into tonight's episode.
Of Critical Role. All right, let's skip the intro for now. Even though it's wonderful.
He just tunes it out now.
Like a,
Tunes what out?
And welcome back. So,
He just tunes it out now.
like a rock.
Fully.
I have to.
Oh yeah, I remember one of you guys let me know in the comments, as you know, I read them all, that it's always like a little gag to whenever they are finished with the intro or come back from break, that they try to do something to break Matt's character and like make him laugh, or right as we're getting back to them. So I think that that's what they're referring to. He just tunes it out, you know.
And welcome back. So,
He just tunes it out now.
Like a rock.
Fully.
I have to,
Except when he doesn't.
except when I don't. Which makes it a challenge for you guys, which is not helpful. Anyway, so last we left off, the group of adventurers whose fates are slowly entwining found themselves meeting in the city of Trostenwald on the southern reaches of the Dwendalian Empire on the continent of Wildmount. Through a mishap in a circus passing through town, you began to give chase to the investigation that seemed to have caught you up in this legal issue, and you found yourself locked under house arrest and being considered possible murderers. You sought the answer to this endeavor. You found the devil toad, or the Nurglid, as you discovered, was responsible. You hunted it down, slew it, brought its head back, and after arguing with a very tired and just kind of wanting to get it over with lawmaster in Trostenwald, managed to convince her enough to let you off the hook and leave most of the standing legal issues with Gustav, thus disbanding the circus and setting you and Yasha free. Yasha went on her own path, while the rest of you, the 6 of you, decided strength in numbers, and at the time being, you all seem to enjoy each other's company. Purchasing a fresh map, looking at your future prospects and your dwindling funds, you decided to head northward towards the city of Zadash by way of the Golden Road, past the city of Allfield. And that is where we left off, as you had smacked the rear end of the single horse and cart and sent it spooked into the northern field.
Falsetto,
And we chase after it, right?
You do. You chase after to keep up to
We
it.
don't just lose
He
it.
rides off the cliff and dies.
So, being relatively before noon at this point in time, you're heading northward along the Ember Road. The well-packed dirt of the 10-foot roadway gives you a clear path towards your next destination. The gentle creak of the cart kind of mingles with the clomping of the horse hooves as you push forward. The midday air is warmer than you expected. The sky's common kind of gray presence is broken into smaller cloud patches and the victorious blue peeking through. You guys continue
As
for a
always,
few
he does a
hours.
wonderful job painting
Amongst
this picture,
yourselves,
man.
if there's
He's
any
great.
questions you wish to ask for each other, now's the time.
Questions?
Meaning if there's anything that coming out of the city you want to talk about, otherwise I'm going to continue to push forward with your journey. So stop me at any point.
Is Bo, is her face all jimmity jacked? Or
I would assume so from her fight. A little tussle.
Make a perception check.
Oh.
Not that I watched anything from last week, because I didn't. 16.
16. You can see there is some faint bruising starting to show on the left side of the face.
Maybe she doesn't want to talk about that. It's a good shiner.
Thanks.
Did you give as good as you got?
I wouldn't say I won. Because I lost.
You won our hearts, Bo. You won our hearts. That's all that matters. You got that dog in you. You know what I'm saying?
But I did pretty good. What color is it right now? Is it in that like an
It's got,
orangish purple?
it's got the green yellow
Oh, it's in
sunset
the green
happening.
yellow?
Yeah,
Gotcha,
it's just starting to
gotcha.
spread. Tomorrow will be
right,
will
kind
be
of
a
got that
peach.
little orangey.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Thanks.
Significant improvement.
Of course,
That's
Molly.
gonna follow you as we go on our way, or you think you're free and clear?
Oh no. No, that was just a little bar fight. Nothing, just a little friendly sparring. Nothing crazy.
Nice.
Does anyone want a donut from my bag?
Yes, I'll have a donut. Thank you, please.
You're welcome.
Also like a donut, please.
I'd like a donut. Can I have a
I
donut,
don't have
Jester?
them in real life, just this one in real life. But in the game, you guys are having delicious donuts.
How old are those donuts?
Do you actually have donuts? I don't understand.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, there it is.
Imagination.
You're doing it, Peter. You're doing
Imagination.
Bearing.
These donuts are not that old.
What does not that old mean? Is it means they're young
Are they
or
pretty new?
They're pretty
Young.
new, yes.
In regards to food, you bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna start referring to things that are fresh as young. Oh yeah, it's over. We doing it. We setting a trend.
Oh,
People think that I like joke in real life, about like the dumb stuff that I do and just how silly I am until they meet me and they start talking. Oh, oh, you'd have never known. But nah, as I am now and the silly things I say, that's exactly how I am in real life. And that's what I do. My friends are all sick of me. But it's kind of like a love-hate relationship because like they hate me and the dumb stuff I say, but at the same time, who else in their friend group is gonna be like me? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
3 days new or forget it. You know, I don't actually want to know the answer. I
No,
just
it's
start
better
eating
not
the
to.
donut.
It's good.
It's like a few
Is it good, and
months.
do we gain or lose
What?
hit points?
Subjective. What do you say?
Is it good, and do we gain or lose hit points?
Oh,
Sort of curious.
No hit point transition, no
thank
constitution saves. They're a bit stale, but still tasty enough.
no, okay.
Any lint from the bag?
That's extra nutrition if
You
it
can choose
is.
to remove it if you like, but it may be part of the texture.
Lint is rough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Adds to color, you know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
right. It's like sprinkles.
Yeah. Sprinkles, little soft sprinkles.
To not be traveling with your performing family.
It's change, but travel's travel. So
Did you travel in a wagon when you were with your family?
oh yes, we traveled forever. It was constantly on the road. Once we left home, we stayed moving.
Ironically, traveled in the exact wagon that you're in right now.
Nice.
Wait.
Don't change. We didn't have much of a chance to see you perform. I saw you do a card reading for Jester, but things got waylaid at the circus. So what do you normally do?
Oh, things. I'm not really much of a performer. I'm more help set up, help run the shows, help make illusions, that sort of thing. I show off a little bit of the juggling. Well, you saw, yeah, I guess you could say a techie. I show off a little bit of the sword juggling. I've got some things I was working on, like this. Yeah.
You're juggling those big motherfucking swords?
Yeah.
You watch as he balances one kind of on the edge of the hand and then tosses it up and catches it as it falls and takes the other one and kind of glides it across, spins
This
it up,
on your nose?
catches it on his chin, on his nose, he makes it hop around. It's pretty decent.
Little roll.
Pretty
Can you
decent.
swallow it?
Pretty decent. If I saw somebody do that off reflex, I'd be like, nah, bro, you deserve some money for that one because that was amazing. And of course, I just can you swallow it?
It on his chin,
Pause.
on his
No, I'm
nose,
just playing.
makes it hop around. It's pretty decent.
Little roll.
Can you swallow it?
Make an acrobatics check if you want to try.
Well, it's a curved sword, so not the curved ones, but I could probably do a straight sword. I'm not going to swallow a curved sword. That would be very complicated.
I feel like y'all gotta know what y'all. Is it just me? Do I just have a dirty mind? Maybe I just have a dirty mind. Y'all let me know if it's just me or if y'all are picking up when I'm. Pause.
The curved ones, but I could probably do a straight sword. I'm not going to swallow a curved sword. That would be very complicated to pull off.
If anybody can do it, it's you.
Nice.
Anatomy is very strange, you know.
I'm flexible. I'm not that flexible.
Oh, she made it. 2
Pretty
points.
flexible.
That's pretty hot. All right.
Yeah, I never nailed anything down for a really good act.
A few hours into travel along the road, you catch ahead what looks to be the sight of another caravan heading southward in your direction. They begin to crest over one of the hills, and as you look forward to the central portion of the Marrow Valley isn't just a smooth, constant grade. It's a series of rolling hills and high grasses and wheats and grains and a lot of wild weeds that have just kind of taken over the areas between bastions of civilization.
How far away are they?
You can see up there about maybe half a mile or so as they crest over one of the hills in the distance.
Yeah, I send Frumpkin ahead and sit and go blind and deaf here, so we'll get a closer look at them.
Which is Frumpkin now? Is
It's a sparrow.
He's Sparrow at the
Still-
moment,
okay.
and I don't have the components.
I would have forgot.
To the shape he prefers, which is a cat.
What are the components?
Charcoal and some incense, a kind of incense you have to use. More loud. I used it all.
Not my incense. Sadly.
No.
Was there money involved?
Money. Well, you have to pay money to get the things to do it.
Right,
but
so
he's look. You know, he's been a couple of things before. He can last. Anyway, off you go.
Have you ever made him a turtle?
He can't hear you right now, unfortunately.
Have you ever made him a snake? Have you ever made
He's
him
gone.
a roach?
Come
He's
on,
gone to the
Jester.
other place. He won't be able to respond.
Have you ever made him a unicorn?
A unicorn would be really cool.
I'd like to see that. Yeah.
They exist, you know.
I didn't know that. Oh,
They
that's
do.
nice.
As your vision crests up with the flight of Frumpkin, make a perception
Thanks
check.
for that info.
Don't fuck me, Scanlan. Well, that's not Scanlan, that's Percy, but you did fuck me, Percy. That is
Try.
very low.
I don't get it, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
It's a 2.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Okay, I mean, at a safe enough distance to look down, there are shapes. The most that Frumpkin makes out is that it looks to be 6 heavy wagons, with each being.
By the way, regarding what I just said about I'm sure we'll figure it out, if it's spoilery for the show or if it's something I haven't seen, don't tell me. Just let me know it's something you'll figure out. You know what I mean? Don't. Yeah, y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes by this point.
6 heavy wagons, each being pulled by a trio of horses.
That's a very heavy
18
wagon.
horses.
We should what?
Well, we could rob them, or we could just go off the road and hide and wait for them to
Is
pass.
Frumpkin back? Do we know all these things yet?
Oh, we don't.
We'll save it for the purposes of
Pleasant
this.
day.
Well, I mean, didn't they just got done with the rest, didn't they? So I mean, that's safe to say that they'd have a little bit of, and if they wanted to kind of go that road and rob them, they'd probably be able to get some experience points from that, right? But now I'm wondering, so when they do things like hide from people, I just thought of this, but I'm just gonna use this as an example for hiding, right? Would that if they successfully roll or whatever, or successfully hide, if a roll is involved, um, does that add to like some sort of like dexterity bonus or stealth bonus, something like that? I was just thinking about that. I mean, probably not, because that'd probably be like a lot to just to maintain between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 when Ashley's there characters. It might be a lot, but I'm just wondering, like that would be pretty cool if like they actually get these other tinier bonuses on top of their level up from their uh, uh experiences and things that they achieve and as they go throughout their journey. I'm gonna stop rambling.
I started muttering as soon as I could see that. How many there were, what they saw. Oh, okay. Yeah. But
Do
I'm
they look like they're in armor? Do they look like they're soldiers?
You can't hear you.
Do they look like they're mean?
They look like they're unicorns?
Traders. Like traders, not.
Can't hear you.
Do you see? Are they carrying money? Are they carrying people?
He won't be able
God
to
damn
talk
it,
to you
Jester!
for a
Shut
while.
up.
You see, he's not really there.
Coming closer down the road now, the gap between your traveling troop and this caravan grows smaller and smaller. All the rest of you, I'd like to make a perception check, please. And I think at this point, Frumpkin has, yeah.
He's not back, but I released the sight. Perception check? 9.
20.
Bye.
Okay. Amongst all of you guys, keep an eye out. You look ahead and you can see the wagons are covered. Some of them are bundled. Some of them are taller. Some of them are smaller. What you do notice is at the front of each of the wagons, there's a figure with the reins that is in the process of just sitting there and occasionally making sure the pace is kept relatively steady forward. You do see by the long robes and ornate silk mantles of the highwaymen that are holding these reins, you get the impression that they probably are from the Menagerie Coast. You two in particular recognize it's not well-off mercantile clothing, but it looks like it's not rags for a person that makes this trek up and down the Amber Road. It looks like they're heading southward, probably returning after completing some sort of a trade run up to either Zadash or Rex and Trimon spaces nearby. As the gap begins to close, there's kind of a brief moment of chicken to see who's going to avert the path. As it's only about 10 foot wide, it would be a pretty tight fit to get both your troop and their wagons past. Do you guys yield, or do you continue to push forward?
I would just like to suggest we might give way. There are 6
I'm
of them.
fine with that.
Yes, agreed.
Okay. You guys skirt your single horse. Poor thing is pulling this cart on its own. Kind of rides. It's not going any faster, really, than you guys walking necessarily.
Wow.
But we're not
We get to be
walking.
late.
Exactly. They're saving their energy, you know.
It's great.
Because it is not a riding horse, currently it is a beast of burden, so it's about the same pace that you're going. But as you guys pull slightly off into the grass, the cart kind of bumps as it hits some rocks and patches of dirt and thick grass. They continue to pass, and as they do, you see the individuals. The one in the front has what looks to be a thick scarf kind of tossed over the shoulder, obscuring part of the face, and just kind of gives like a hand salute up to you as it passes, and a bit of a head nod. As you wave your hand frantically, the kind of a bit of eye contact is made and continues past.
Are you going to Nicodranas?
No response. The first cart continues past.
Hi, are you going to Nicodranas?
The next
Come
one kinda
on,
looks over to you
Chester.
for a second, the head cocked a little bit. No, we are on our way to Port Zun,
Oh.
by way of Nicodranas.
Did you come from Zadash?
We briefly did, yes, but we are returning. We have finished our wares, and we have things to bring back to sell.
How far is it to Zadash?
And at this point, he's like passed by you and starting his voice gets a bit louder over his shoulder, and he's like, from this point, it's probably around 150 miles.
Thank you.
The next one continues, one after another. You begin to get a better look to the ones at the front that were like pretty heavily covered, as opposed to the ones in the back, which are a little taller. And as you look into the back, there's little flaps and openings on the inside. You can see there's like families traveling.
Does it look like they have any wares that they're traveling to trade?
Make a perception check.
Mm.
Success 16, I think. Yeah. And 19.
19.
Sweet.
Glancing through, you can see the three wagons towards the back seem to be more for transport of people. It seems like either these merchants are bringing their family with them for long treks, they're not apart from each other for so long, or their family is just a family of traders or transport. Looking past them, you can see there are a lot of supplies behind them, but you're not sure if they're wares or just their personal goods.
Molly, feel like making some coin, doing a little bit of a show?
The fifth cart's now passed, and you're moving on to the sixth cart.
Do these people look like they're in the mood to stop?
Yeah, do they look sad?
Make an insight check.
What's insight?
+5.
Oh, where do you see that? Oh, there it is. Thank you. 19.
19. I mean, they don't look sad necessarily. They look like they're on the road. You know, they're just kind of looking out and keeping eyes in the vicinity and probably lost in thought. You do see a pair of children. Kind of hard to gauge their age at this distance, but they're under the age of 10, at least. And they seem to look relatively bored.
I'll balance one of the swords on my head and just flash the cards and see if anybody bites.
As you drop them all over the ground.
Yeah, right. Like fumbles to. Look at me.
Watches as the young boy, he has this kind of tangled black hair that kind of poofs out a bit on the sides. He has kind of a deeper brown skin, and he looks up at you with bright blue eyes. And as soon as you begin bouncing the sword, he kind of smiles a little bit and kind of like jabs his elbow into his sister, who's a little bit older than him, and glances over and points. They both kind of point towards you. You don't hear anything, but they just point and smile as their cart pulls away, the sixth cart, making distance from you.
He can tell your fortune.
They didn't poke the parents.
They're
Fair enough.
stupid.
But so the caravan continues without you.
Oh, it's very good.
Is it?
Yes.
What does it mean?
It means that you're on a cart.
It was the chariot.
Would you normally, hijack a caravan like that?
I mean, we have in the past. If we are confident we can get away with it, we could.
Can you get away with something like that?
There's a lot of people in that caravan, though. It seems like a risky maneuver.
That's a pretty
Sure
big
does.
principle there.
And stealing is wrong. But if you did it, could you get away with it?
We could probably get away with it. Why? You want to follow them and
Well, I was
rob their
just asking.
shit?
I'm just going off what you said earlier. I don't want to change your behavior just because you're with us all of a sudden.
I mean, Sure, let's go do it.
He's just trying to get you in trouble.
Oh, okay.
I am not. Merely asking a question.
Would you join in the standoff? The stage. Would you join the stagecoach robbery?
Hey, we're commandeering this vehicle in the name of Mighty Nine. Get your asses out of the carriages. This here's our turf. If not, we're gonna have to duel for it.
If we're pointing them down, reach for the sky.
It's high noon. Why didn't anybody make a It's High Noon reference here? Somebody's got to do it.
Reach for the sky.
Careful, those fingers are loaded.
Yeah, but I would ask, are you asking because that is something that you have no experience with, or are you wondering maybe is that something that we could join you in?
Only because I have no experience in it. I was just curious what it was that you might have done, previously.
Did you hijack a cart?
No, we were more small-time thieves. We wouldn't typically hijack moving caravans. Usually we'd wait till they park somewhere and then just go sneak on and steal something out of the back.
Mostly whatever we can walk away with.
The things with moving carts of that big, families and natures, they tend to prep. You don't know what kind of people or weapons they have with them.
Always go for a sure thing.
You know how we're pretty sure that everyone on this road's gonna kill us? Yeah, everyone else thinks that too.
Fair enough.
But if you need me to teach you how to steal, you can tag along sometime.
Well, I might take you up on that, yeah.
All right.
Continuing on your path, I want to ask which two of you are taking point in keeping an eye on the road and the landscape around you as you progress.
Yeah, I'll take watch.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Bo, and who else?
So generous of you.
You will do it?
I was going to say, how's it? I'll take a round.
Okay.
I'm used to keeping an eye out on the road.
Okay. So the two of you are taking point up until you guys decide to change it when it comes to travel along the road. So
Just change general perception.
yes, I would like you both currently about an hour's journey past that intersection with the other caravan to make a perception check.
Ooh, I bet someone's gonna try to hijack our shit on the road, just like we were talking about
Too
that.
bad. 18.
Yeah, smash.
18 and 8. Actually, both of you don't really notice anything.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Both of you keeping an eye out. The hills continue to roll. You see patches of trees and small wooded areas. The grass field is tall, but it's beautiful. And the light breeze that blows through, you can see the waves of wind as they come across, and you can hear the faint kind of sound of it moving the fields across.
Is there a tree that looks climbable that I could get like a vantage point?
There is. It's maybe about 600 feet off the road, but you could try and head over there if you want to.
Plus, we've been traveling for what, about an hour and a half, 2 hours
I'd
now?
say total right now you've been probably on the road for about 4 hours.
We should probably rest the horse for just a bit.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, that horse is hanging on by a thread, I bet.
Sure. Anyone want to take a quick pee break?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. Let's go over to the bushes.
All right, so do you guys leave the cart on the road, or do you take it off the side?
We should leave a
We should-
guard with the...
We should lead it off the road.
Also,
Can we take it with us fairly easily?
I mean, you can. The progress will slow a bit because you're now taking it through the hills and the field and having to push the cart through the grass. So
No, we should take it off the road.
Just
Off the road, but we don't have to go all the way to the tree. I can.
I'll sit with the cart for the first roll.
I'll stay with you.
All right.
Where are you going to do?
Thank you,
I'm just
Molly.
gonna go check out this tree over here, see if I can get a little better advantage.
Okay, I have a bird that can go probably higher than the tree.
Good point.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Would you like me to do that?
Maybe she likes climbing trees.
Or you could. I don't want to rob you of the joy of climbing.
Yeah, I don't want to kill your vibe now, Bo.
Which we would really enjoy.
That would be actually extremely
Both are very
entertaining.
pleasant, but I do not necessarily need that to feel fulfilled. So
Okay, well, I will sit in the field then and give him a little chook under the chin. And, oh, wait, before I go away, am I looking for anything specific?
just people coming.
People coming.
all right. So as the rest of you take a moment to step off to the side of the road, pull out some of your travel supplies to feed the horse, give it a
Take
rest.
some flowers.
Pick some flowers, which you can find. They're wildflowers. They're bright white and kind of scattered and simple, but they're beautiful in their own right. You all take a bit to relieve yourselves off a little ways off the road. You make your way towards that the nearest tree, and it's a cluster of about 5 or 6 that are kind of nearby this pocket where it seems like some seeds long ago got dropped by a bird, probably over the sky, and then proceeded to grow and sprout. The tree is the lowest branch is about 10 feet up, so you're going to probably have to take a quick leap and try and climb some.
I wanted to wait for Caleb.
Oh, that's
first.
right. You're waiting. Never mind.
Yeah.
So never mind. You see that tree and you go, I'll get to that later.
It's a damn good tree.
You sit down and
know
focus
what?
in the middle of the field.
I do miss climbing trees.
Do you want me to lift you up to the branch?
Your eyes cloud over.
They do, and as the bird is flying, just for a second, I say, you know, ordinarily, I can't hear you, but he's a cat almost all the time, so this is a rarity, and you will be able to climb many trees many other times, but we should take advantage of him. Well, okay. Oh, look at
None
that.
of us were nearby when he was saying all
No,
that.
you guys were quite a ways off.
Yeah.
No one was in earshot.
Nice.
Yeah. A ladybug lands in his nose and kind of goes into his nostril, but he can't feel it.
Feel it. I can feel.
Oh man, I'm sure that's gonna set up for like so many comedic moments. The fact that all of his senses are done, which by the way, if you like when he's using that ability, when he's using Frumpkin, if you watch My Hero, there's this character that's got a very similar premise when he uses his powers, My Hero Academia, where all of his senses are shot, and he literally has to like think like ahead of the enemy to predict where they're gonna be in order for him to efficiently, counter or strike or do whatever he's gonna do with his powers. He's a pretty cool guy. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, my anime, this is Todoroki we got over here. My anime stuff that comes out sometimes. Anyways,
Cool stuff.
Maybe not this. You're
We
too
worked
focused.
out that he could.
I know.
Okay, great.
Well,
Great. There's
wait,
bugs in my nose. There's
It
fish in
tickles,
my
it tickles
ass.
a little bit. It tickles a
Whatever.
bit.
Shove it all in, everybody.
To be fair, your face itches in
Huh?
general just by the sheer amount of filth that's on there, so it's hard to really differentiate between the.
what do you say?
It tickles a
Whatever.
bit.
Shove it all in, everybody.
To be fair, your face itches in general just by the sheer amount of filth that's on there, so it's hard to really differentiate
Damn.
between the.
I'm in the middle of the field. You hear? Ooh, look at that. What do I see?
Make a perception check for your birdie.
That's a 9.
Okay, glancing over and doing a nice wide pass around as everyone begins to gather your things and head back towards the cart. The road's pretty open. At this point, the previous caravan isn't visible from that height. The hills kind of close that distance. You don't see anything coming your way, so it seems pretty open and safe.
Okay. I keep flying though for a little bit longer.
Okay.
I lift Bo up to the branch just because.
Okay. Kind of feels like childhood, It's kind of. Do you want up here?
Yeah, I'll jump.
All right, I lift her up.
Okay.
So we sit up in the branch.
Okay. Cool. It's a nice view.
Cool.
Believe him.
It was all worth it, baby.
Impossible to believe him.
Is there anything carved in the branches and in the tree trunks?
Make an investigation check.
The tree eats you.
Shh, don't spoil it.
18.
18. No carvings of names or letters, but you do see what appear to be a few knots in the tree that currently have been carved out and probably made a home to a number of woodland creatures.
I've never climbed a tree before.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
this is really pretty.
Yeah. What do you think lives in that hole?
Probably very small unicorns.
Have you ever seen a unicorn?
Yes, I've seen many.
Nice.
Okay.
The little ones can be as small as hamsters.
Pocket unicorns.
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
yeah.
Where do you find such things?
All over. You just have to know where to look.
And believe.
Okay.
What is it like being in your head?
It's pretty great. Yeah.
Eventually, you guys all gather yourselves again back at the wagon, cart it back onto the road, and head northward. Another few hours pass before the sun begins to set. As the sky grows darker and darker, the clouds from the northeast begin to filter in with a colder wind. And you get the sense that the warm day that you had is probably coming to a close, and who knows how long the current cold weather will keep. But the light begins to fade darker and darker until eventually you get the sense that you have about 30 minutes before this field goes pitch black.
How cold is it out?
You can see your breath.
It's
That's
pretty
cold.
Oh, yeah, that's a little chilly, yeah.
It's not like super thick, but you can tell and you can see a little bit of.
Probably like 40 degrees
Should we
or
pull
so.
off on the side of the road and get a campfire going?
I'd say
Fahrenheit.
let's get a bit off the road if possible.
Does there look like any trees, any base of mountains, any place that would be like good kind of sheltered campsite?
There's no mountains anywhere in this vicinity. You're kind of in the center of the rolling hills. There are a cluster of trees you guys can go to. It's about maybe 300 feet or so off the road. It's 3 trees. It's not a lot of cover, but unfortunately you're kind of in the middle of a valley.
That'll do.
Sure.
Can we get the
6 of
horse
us.
over to them?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It takes a little bit, and that you spend probably about 45 minutes in pitch dark, kind of keeping an eye in that direction, before eventually you come upon the tree. You can just faintly see the outline of the tree against the faint bit of light that's making it through the cloud cover. You guys kind of stop right there, get the horse a little bit of water and feed, and the site's yours.
Set up tent, start a fire.
This is why we should have taken one of the circus tents.
They take an awful lot of time to put up. You do know this.
Yeah,
There's
but
there's
think
a
about how
process.
cool it would be to
Oh,
camp in
it would
that.
be amazing. I've done it. It's great. But
Oh, right.
this is nice too.
Should we collect some, wood and start a fire? All right.
Sounds good.
Who's starting the fire?
Who's starting the
Oh.
fire?
Anybody want to come with me to find some kindling?
I have an adventurer's kit. Doesn't that have like a
Got some tinder boxes there.
tinder
do
in
that.
it? Okay.
Sweet.
Shall we?
Sure.
All right. Go look for some deadish
I'm
branches.
I'm a little. You be my eyes.
Oh,
Super
shit.
dark.
Oh,
Maybe you
do
should.
you want to wait out?
Sure.
I'll,
go,
you know
Mom?
what? I'll just start clearing the pit, clearing a bit of a pit.
We'll say
I'll start digging a little
No,
pit.
hold on. I pull that rag out and I one little of the dancing lights and I make that hooded lantern again.
Okay.
So that
Easy
you
enough.
can see.
Nice, nice,
right.
nice.
with that light, easy enough to find some small kindling. Not a whole lot in the vicinity, thanks to mainly being just an open field. But you find a few pieces of fallen tree and some general like dead plant life in the vicinity that can get something going.
We can chop it up.
Dead grass.
Yeah. So eventually you get a fire going. There's a little beacon of light here in the darkness. You can see the orangish kind of flickering against the interior of the 3 trees as you guys are situated there. And you figure you've made it a little under halfway to Alfield, which is the small city on the way to Zadash. It'll take you another little over a day's travel, or if you push ahead, you could probably make it in a day, but you can run the risk of getting a little tired. Up to you.
Okay.
But for resting this evening, do you guys, who wants to take watch?
Nobody. We're all going to sleep.
While they decide that, I'm going to pull out my silver thread and I'm going to start winding a circle around, sort of like a 20-foot circle around
Okay.
the fire.
Oh, nice.
I get my little bouquet of wildflowers and I give it to Knot.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Well, you said all girls like flowers, so I
We
figured
do.
you did.
That's very nice of you. Thank you. What did I do to deserve this?
You're just a
Oh,
beautiful,
my friend.
beautiful child, you know?
Single tear pours on a porcelain cheek.
I'll take first watch.
Everybody has a little ding. So I hit a little bell that I have this part of it. And that's it.
I'll sit up with you, Jester, and take first watch B. 1B.
I like
All right. We'll say for the purposes of expediency on this, I'll take 3 perception rolls from 3 different people that are keeping watch throughout the evening. So, with the setup of your spell, you go to rest. Jester, you first.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I won.
Oh, nice.
So pretty good.
All right, natural one. About 10 minutes.
Sorry, guys.
About 10 minutes into your watch, the inspiration hits for you to just start drawing interesting faces and weird trees, and you start just sketching into your
Little
sketch
tiny
book.
hamster unicorns.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
And so as you begin to sketch down, you are not paying attention at all to the air around you.
It's really cute. So cute.
Little flooper boots.
All wrapped up in like a little swaddling blanket.
Little hipster tails is
clear as day.
Oh my god.
Giant miniature space unicorn. However,
I think Jester might be cuter than
even though you rolled really poorly, your watch goes through unabated.
Oh.
Nice.
Second watch. Who's taking that?
Oh, I'm so tired.
I will stay up for a little bit, yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll a perception check, please.
Caleb.
Caleb. Caleb.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 19.
Nice. Okay, way to counterbalance the one.
Keeping an eye out at this point, you see a little ways off. It's hard to make out any shapes because your human eyes, and with the firelight that's near you, your eyes can't adjust to the darkness as well. But there are bits and pieces where the clouds do break and the moonlight comes down, and you can see what looks to be a distant shape that's just kind of moving through the field, maybe about 400 feet off. It's just over, like you can see it just pushing through the height of the grass, and it's just kind of moving slowly.
Am I the only one awake at this moment?
Yep.
I slowly jiggle, not awake. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Hey, it was violin class.
Hand over the mountain.
What's going on?
There is a thing out around our fire. A ways.
Why did we leave you on watch? You can't see in the dark.
No, I saw a shape. It's not dark, there's a fire here.
Okay, okay. Let me sneak around and look. Right. We don't want to wake everyone because
Because we want them to die? I think we should probably wake
well, if
everyone.
it's nothing, then they'll be upset with us. There's nothing more
A shake
dangerous
awake.
than... No, she's the most irritable.
Yes.
I'm what?
Sorry.
Did you say I'm fucking irritable?
She said you're the most.
You.
She said most beautiful. There's a thing out
Nice. Smooth. Good
out
save.
in the field. Something is moving.
Two
see,
humans looking into a
she's
field.
What?
Two
see,
humans
she's
looking into a field.
There's a thing out there. Out in the field. Something is moving.
Two
see,
humans
she's
looking into a
humans.
field.
I'm gonna go look. I can see in the dark.
No, wait here.
I'm gonna dart off, sort of in a flanking
Make a stealth check.
maneuver. 18 plus stuff.
And as soon as I see her do that, I start swatting forward on the back to wake him up.
What do
Okay.
I see? What do I see? Fucking
You
shit.
vaguely see like this shape moving, but it's hard to see. It's only because of the moonlight. All right, Nod, as you stealth up and quickly move through the grass, eventually you hear this. You glance up and can see there is not one, but 3 large buffalo-type creatures that are just kind of lumbering through the field.
Buffalo-type
Oh.
creatures or buffalo?
You're not sure. You're not close enough to see. You see, they're bipedal. They're thick. They're muscular, and they have
And they're
these large
bipedal.
horns that curl off to the side and out. And there's 3 of them just kind of moving. Sorry, quadruped, not bipedal. That's
How far am I from the camp?
quadruped.
We're buffs.
How far am I from the
We're
camp?
fellows.
You're about maybe 80 to 100 feet from it.
Cool. I'm gonna pull out a piece of copper wire. And remembering the motions that Caleb taught me, I'm going to twirl it around in my hand and hold it up to my mouth and whisper a message just to Caleb.
That's fire. That's cool as hell.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, it's 3 buffalo or buffalo type objects, creatures. What do you want me to do?
Nice.
I'm so proud. I don't know that spell, so I cannot talk back.
Oh.
Yes, you can.
What? Who said that? If you can hear me, I don't think you can. Come back, get with the group.
All right.
Can you hear him?
Is that how message works?
Yes, I can hear you.
Nice. That's cool.
So you can, the whispers continue back and forth.
All right. It's just one. It's one back and forth. I can talk to him. He can reply once. That's
For
it.
1 round.
Oh, that's a cool ability. Or technique, whatever that was. Oh, it's a cantrip. That's cool.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Oh, if
I'll-
it's cantrip, you just do it over and over again. That's true.
Cantrip?
Is it? Oh, it is. This is exciting.
Yeah, that's a good ass cantrip
Magic before.
for like recon, surveying the area, and getting back to your people.
Essentially, yeah.
How far does it go?
You don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
You're drawing hamsters.
Oh, the cutest unicorn hamsters.
So, not. What are you doing?
He said to come back, so I'm coming back. I'm gonna come back, and on the way back, just sort of see if they're eating, sleeping. What are they doing?
They're just moving. And as you head back to the camp, you can see they just pass and continue heading kind of in a southwestern direction in the field, not making notice of your fire or the encampment.
They could be good for meat. We could go kill them and eat them for meat.
Is she back?
Yes, no.
Right, scoop.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. You cast as well. You spoke to me.
You said to do the hand movements and the whispery thing, and I did it, and it worked.
It's as simple as that, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. We need to calm down and go back to bed.
Oh, but we could have eaten those buffalo type
What
creatures.
the fuck did you wake us up for anyway?
Ah, got you.
As a joke?
No, I thought we were all going to die, but it was just,
No
what
die.
was it?
3 large beasts of burden. Wait, we could use them to pull the cart.
You saw? Yeah. I mean, what?
Yo, Sam is a
Where are they?
genius. I didn't think
They
about
went
that.
that way in the dark.
You're sure they were just like cows or like donkeys or
They
like
could
buffalo
probably
type
be.
things?
I don't know.
Imagine, so Matt clarified saying that they were quadrupeds, but at the moment they were quadrupeds, if they like approach him and like get closer to try to use them, they stand up 10 toes down like, hey yo, what you want, bro? This is our forest. Then they gotta fight him.
I don't know what they were, but they looked big and able to pull the cart.
Well, let's go look at one.
You want to go cow tipping, don't you?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Ain't never lived to be cow tipping, son.
Yeehaw!
What happened?
I don't know. Back to college.
Are we gonna go after them, or are we gonna go back to sleep?
I mean, it'd be cool to go after him, right?
Yeah, let's go look at one.
Let's go. Yeah.
Well, shit, I guess we're going to look at a buffalo.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I'm still sleeping.
I'm still sleeping.
Yeah, all right. So while Molly and Jester continue to enjoy their continued long rest, you all interrupt it to get up and head in the direction of these creatures.
So regarding Jester's long rest, since she's since she's up and she's drawing, she's not resting. She probably doesn't get as much of a bonus to HP and her skill slots, I'm assuming. Is that how that works? You guys let me know if that's how that works.
So I would like you all to make a stealth check, please.
12.
On the right.
12,
11.
11.
11.
16.
All right.
No, this one? He's in a swaddling
Okay.
blanket.
So, you guys all, the four of you, kind of shoulder to shoulder, keeping low, making your way through the field.
So how do these work with multiple stealth checks like that? Does it become an average and then Matt does an average of rolls and then whatever comes out on top wins? Or if somebody has a low check, or yeah, a low check, whatever, and it's like a 1, if somebody else has like a 20, let's say, do they cancel each other out? How does that work, you know? He might answer it here, but if he doesn't, let me know.
Stepping ever so carefully. And there's this sound as one of you accidentally goes completely foot.
That sound was nuts. This guy is amazing.
And there's this sound as one of you accidentally goes completely foot down onto some sort of a field frog that had been there. And as the croak hits,
Okay, so
you
that's
watch
how
this
that
one who
works.
just- and they all just start running away. Spooked by the
Oh,
sound.
Shit.
Can we tell what they are now that we're closer and saying them?
You can make a perception check if you want to.
I'd like to with my dark vision.
All right, disadvantage on you, unfortunately, at this distance.
Welcome to human.
Doesn't matter.
Nope, I'm 6.
They look like buffalo-like creatures.
13.
They look like buffalo.
Yep.
You never know what they were.
Well, that was worth a look.
Yeah, you aren't too familiar with a lot of the indigenous animals that live or been brought to this region if they haven't been near the port towns that you grew up in. You haven't seen these type of creatures before, but
Right.
you know you vaguely know that they're in the ballpark of what a buffalo you imagine looks like.
It's vaguely what I imagine a buffalo would look like.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
That
Still
was
dark.
fun.
Yeah.
Let's go.
back to sleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sign up.
Don't step in shit.
Ruffle Not's hair on the way back to camp.
Who's got the third watch?
I'll take it.
Third watch.
All right.
Third watch.
Third watch.
Perception check, please.
No.
Thick.
Okay.
Whoa, says that.
As you keep an eye out as everyone else sleeps throughout the evening, eventually you nod off and fall asleep with the rest of them. I would like to ask all of you to leave the table, please, for a moment, except for Ford.
Oh.
What'd you get?
Why didn't you roll higher perception?
I literally don't know.
Oh,
That's
no.
actually the problem.
Just don't like get a lich phylactery installed in you again.
Travis,
God.
it's been nice playing with you.
Oh God. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Really enjoyed your accent.
Oh shit.
Man, here's gonna be where this seems like a good place to stop it. This seems like a good place to stop it. Alright, guys, so as always, I'm about to give my thoughts. But before I do, if you're new here, please leave a like, maybe even subscribe. And if you're interested in my thoughts, here we go. So this little bit of the episode, there wasn't really much that happened. Granted, as always, I sit through the intro, to give them their ad reads and stuff like that, and also it's like funny. They give you a little bit of information in the beginning, but the only thing that really had happened was they met this traveling, group of carriages, I guess, Nothing really came of that. Then they got to this forest, they saw these buffaloes, and nothing came of the buffaloes. But now that everybody's asleep, what's gonna happen with Travis or Ford? What's gonna happen? I'm really excited to see because we had a very cool interaction between Bo and I forget what they called it. The character. Um Kind of like it seemed like it was like some sort of like a not a bounty hunter, but the other girl that Bo was fighting against. And she was messing Bo up. So I wonder if we're gonna get that sort of an interaction for Ford here, which would be pretty dope if we do. Um, but anyways, guys, I enjoyed this as always. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. If anything flew over my head, you let me know. If there's anything you think that would enhance my viewing experience next time around, you let me know. And just thank you for joining me. And yeah, stay safe. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night. And I'm gonna see you on the next one. It's about to get wicked. Peace.